Monday Night Football. We end week 7 with a doubleheader. In this video, I'm talking all about the Texans versus Seahawks game, and I'm going to give you my best bets, including a first quarter player prop, which you guys should know we have been crushing the Q1 props. If you are new, my name is Austin. Thank you as always for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you're new, subscribe. That's free. Hit that like button too. Let's dive into a recap. We made some money for you all on Sunday. Hopefully you tailed the picks. Not too shabby. I'll be honest. Majority of our winnings came from a long shot parlay. No shame in admitting that. It was in the Commanders and Cowboys game. We cashed this 4-leg touchdown parlay. It was sweat free. They all cashed in the first half. You won't get much easier than that. Plus 3,100 odds. We certainly love to see that. Now, I didn't put that in a YouTube video. Apologies. I didn't cook it up until closer to on Sunday morning. But again, if you want all the plays sent directly to you, you can join the Dub Club. It's $10 for your first month. Get on in there. Like I said, exclusive picks and parlays, which will be pretty important when the NBA starts up tomorrow, but you also get all the plays pinged to you. You get access to the Discord, research tools, everything in between. So again, join $10 for first month. You get the plays sent to you via email. If you're old fashioned, you can ping to your phone if you're with the Dub Club app. You also get them in the Discord too. But let's dive into things. I already talked about this a little bit in the Buccaneers and Lions video. We will be sweating out day 10 of the ladder challenge tonight on stream. I'll probably fire up the stream 15 minutes early. We don't even care, honestly, about this Texans and Seahawks game, but I'll be talking all about, and we'll be sweating out Amon or St. Brown and JMO to take us home and complete the ladder challenge, bring us home 10 grand. So again, the stream will be live tonight, 7 p.m. Hopefully you guys can come out, show up, and have some fun with us. And my last bit of housekeeping is that we do have our touchdown parlay, sweating the final leg, which would be Mike Evans. So potential for 2.5 units. So, hey, Mike Evans, we're rooting for you tonight. But let's dive into things. I'll start with my Q1 prop for this video. And like I said, we've been crushing the Q1 props. Didn't really see any value on any of the ones on Sunday. Maybe next week we'll bring them back. We've only missed one Q1 prop, and it was one that was like a plus 500, and we had already cashed 2 Q1 props for the same player. So we took like 3 rungs of a ladder for a guy, Brian Thomas Jr., I think in week 2, and he didn't come through for the third one, but he cashed all the other ones. Let's talk all about Dalton Schultz. I'm taking him for 5 Q1 receiving yards. Now, this is minus 113 on DraftKings, only playing it for a half unit because Q1 props, there are some volatility. If the Texans maybe don't start with the ball, or maybe they go 3 and out on their first possession, you might be dead. But I really like them here. I like Dalton Schultz, 5+ Q1 yards. I don't mind taking Texan because, well, their defense is very good. So their defense hopefully shouldn't allow like a 10-minute drive, knock on wood. And we should have at least maybe 2, maybe 3 possessions in this first quarter. And I certainly think Dalton Schultz can come through here for 5 Q1 receiving yards. Now, there's a couple of reasons I love taking a Q1 prop. Now, the first one, maybe I'm an old timer. I don't even have a kid yet. They'll be born maybe in December, early December, maybe in November. Who the heck knows? Is because of the 10 p.m. game. And I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. After this live stream, regardless win or lose, if we win, I'm going to be absolutely going nuts. If we lose, I'm going to be dead inside. Probably not staying up for this full game. So we get the cash the first quarter and get the heck out of there. But joking aside, Dalton Schultz has actually had 10 or more receiving yards in the first quarter in 7 of his last 8 games. So he's a guy they try to get targeted early and often. He's not a guy that the Seahawks are going to be like, all right, get early preparation for the week. Everyone focused on Dalton Schultz. No, that's not really his. He's just running shorter routes, probably 1 reception, cashes his prop for us. And the Seahawks have a decent secondary. They're getting healthier and healthier. We'll see exactly who plays tonight. But again, Nico Collins is probably the only guy I'm really concerned about from the wide receiver room for the Texans. I think you'll see Dalton Schultz get plenty of open opportunities. If you look at DraftKings, him to record 1 or more receptions in the first quarter is minus 170. So I think if he gets 1 reception, I'm inclined to say it's at least for 5 yards. I know FanDuel had his line at 5.5 or 6.5. I like that. I almost took the 10 plus at plus 136-ish. Like I said, he has 10 or more in 7 of his last 8 games. I think he certainly can get it done. I'll just take the 5 plus. 1 catch should be able to do the trick here. Hopefully it doesn't require 2. Like Dalton Schultz, first quarter receiving yards, 5 or more. I think DraftKings, like I said, is the best place to take that. FanDuel, you can take it there too, but if he ends 1 yard short, don't blame me. I told you DraftKings. Finally, let's talk about a couple more player props before I get into my spread or total in this game. A reminder, I'll be playing these on Underdog Fantasy. If you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, well, allow me to inform you. Right now, if you sign up using my code COS, you better use that code because you need it. You'll get this pretty cool offer. You play $5, you get $100 in bonus funds. I mean, that's pretty good. Play 5 and you get 100. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. They also are dropping boosts all of October. They also have a free pick for Tuesday in the NBA. I think the Rockets play Tuesday for Kevin Durant. So again, you can sign up. The link is down below. Again, here are all the states that Underdog's available, and if it's in your state, you should sign up. Code COS or the link down below. Before I get in my here's kind of a couple other picks I'm riding with. Now you'll see Dalton Schultz for 1 reception. The Q1 is here. The couple other props that I did look at. I looked at Fairburns more than 1.5 field goals. Him to make 2. That is really that's what he does, because this Texans offense can't score in the red zone. They just don't. They just don't have enough options that consistently create space. And so I do think he kicks 2. The problem is why I didn't make an official play. I have no luck on Q1 props. Maybe in an Underdog entry, maybe Underdog, one of my trusty sponsors, give me some luck. Every time I take a Q1 prop, they get the attempts, they miss, or the offense just could not miss. They just consistently score in the red zone. But I do think he kicks 2 in this solid matchup for field goals. Woody Marks, popular play for receiving yards, but I think it's a good one. The Seahawks are a team that are really good at stopping the run, but they do give up their fair share of receiving yards to running backs. We saw Travis Etienne last week have 28 receiving yards. He's really not involved a ton for the Jags. So the fact he got 28, Woody Marks as their third down guy. It's also a guy that they'll run some screenplays for, and they don't have a lot of weapons. So Woody Marks should get opportunities here. Again, I believe he's a rookie, and they're coming off their bye week, so he should get opportunities. And then Sam Darnold, I know his line is not 259.5, but that is a perk of Underdog Fantasy. You can raise guys' lines. So if you like a guy or you hate him and you want to fade him, you can take a guy up like Sam Darnold. I like his regular under, which is like in the 220s or 230s. I took him up to 259.5. I don't think he's throwing for 260. A terrible matchup for him. His best wide receiver, JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba, is going to be shadowed by Derek Stingley. If someone's going to have a big game, I don't see JSN doing it. So I think someone else is going to have to make it done. And this is a tough secondary. Texans, I do like the less than. Obviously, for Darnold, if I had to make another prop, it would be less than. But I've retired on pass yard props. I just have no luck on them. I just always get wrecked. I'll take that less than, though, 259.5. Finally, we'll end with my pick on the side or total. Now, this game is not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination. I actually do lean the under at 41.5. The only reason I'm not making an official play, and I almost did a race to 25 neither, is because I feel like the under feels pretty easy here. And when it feels easy, it's never easy. And so I don't know if I'd play it officially. I do like it a lot. That would be my pick in this game, but it just feels easy. I mean, these are two really good defenses. The Seahawks, the Texans are really good defense. The two offenses that sure, Sam Darnold's looked good, but again, he's looked bad in some games before. And last week, he didn't necessarily play super great. The Jaguars had a pretty good answer for him. Now, he did face the Texans last year, though, and lit them up for 4 touchdowns. So you take that with a grain of salt. Sam Darnold, either he's the best QB of all time or he sucks. And this could be a game. I don't know if I'd want to take the under because he's at home here for the Seahawks, but there is some wind in this forecast. I could see this one going under here. Maybe it's just a grind it out type of game. Both these two offenses want to run the football. They have really one option on offense, passing it, JSN or Nico Collins. So we'll see. I do like the under there. If I had to bet the spread, I kind of lean the Texans, but I'm not losing money on the Texans coming off a bye on just on the road. Nope, count me out there. My only play in that game is Dalton Schultz, 5+ Q1 receiving yards. Hopefully we can cash that, and hopefully we cash the other plays. Like I said, we'll be sweating out day 10 of the ladder challenge. JMO and Amonra later on tonight. Like I said, that game starts at 7 p.m., so we'll be live 10-15 minutes before the game starts. So again, make sure you come out to that. That's going to be electric. Hopefully we can cash the ladder challenge. Again, if you want to check out my Buccaneers versus Lions video, that video is over there. Includes a plus 1900 parlay. I have a mini ladder for a player. I'll let you know it's Mike Evans. You can check that out, what I'm doing for him. Again, check that out. That video's there. Let's have a week. Sign up for Underdog Fantasy, code COS, links down below, and let's have ourselves a great time. And I'll see you guys later tonight, sweating out the ladder, day 10, making history. See you then. Peace.